Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to do a concrete countertop. I'm doing a small project for a local chiropractor office and going to get this poured. So I've got this shimmed up. I took a laser to make sure that everything was totally level, and this is going to be a reverse cast. So this here is actually the top. So you kind of have to think in reverse. We'll flip it over once it's cured, and then we're going to throw some really good sealer on this, and then we can set it in. It's going to be two 24-inch cabinets and then a fridge in the middle, and this countertop's going over top. It's going to be a coffee bar. So I got this leftover fiberglass from building our house. I'm just going to use this for the reinforcement. I'm all out of my concrete countertop stuff, and I'm pretty sure this is much stronger anyway. All right, I'm going to get some wire cutters. Had an awesome time at Decocrete. Got a couple koozies. Going to add those to the barn because we got enough koozies inside the house. It was a lot of fun, guys. I was going to kind of record it, but we got down there late and didn't really record much of the trip down there. So by the time I got there, I just wanted to check out the show and see all the cool booths. I actually did meet a couple of you guys down there, so that was super cool. Shook some hands, took some pictures. It was very nice meeting you guys. You had some very kind words to say, and I appreciate that. Man, this stuff is really curled up. I just don't know about how well this will stay. This stuff's like a plastic, so it's not going to bend like metal would, I don't think. Yeah, man, it's got quite the memory to it. You just don't want to, if you put it like this, obviously your ends are curled up. And if you put it like this, your end's curled down and can go through the face of the concrete. I wonder if taking a torch would help. Let me give that a shot. All right, this could end very poorly, but I'm gonna give it a shot. That seemed to work perfect. Just need to cut another one that size. Uh-oh. Sweet. All right, I'll let that harden back up. So I didn't really video making these forms, but this is just melamine. This is just a cover panel from an old cabinet, but you could use, I usually use melamine anyway. Just trying to get these out of the barn. And then you can see this caulk here. This is just black, 100% silicone. Right there. The only reason it's black is just so you can see this step easier. And then you can order these online. This is just a ball tool for caulking. And it basically, I don't know if you guys can see, but the ball forces a hard line and it cuts the silicone so that you're left with a perfect radius and then all this squeeze out. And then I just sprayed some form release on this beforehand, so I should be able to, once you get it started. I'll start over here. Yeah, there you go. You can see how easy this excess just comes right off. Then you're left with a perfect radius because, like I was saying, everything is upside down. So this is actually the top edge, which you want like an edger mark basically. It's a little time consuming here, but it's very satisfying. All right, I'm gonna mix it in this grass seed container I have. I don't know what happened in my big mixing bucket. I think it broke the last concrete countertop and I just haven't gotten a new one. So it'll work fine. It doesn't hold water the best, but once I get the mortar in there, it'll become concrete and it won't leak out. Going to use 2 3/4. We're gonna go closer to 3, so this is gonna take 3 bags. So we're gonna go just under 9 quarts. I'm gonna do like 8.5 quarts. I'm gonna mix my color packs. If you just use the regular white concrete, it's kind of like an off-white. It's not bright white. So made that mistake the hard way when I was first experimenting with this stuff. You really need these color packs if you want an actual white. And you mix it with your water, not your cement. Anytime I can, I like to do everything at once like this. It's just a guarantee to get everything consistent. It's gonna be pretty hard to lift. I don't have the skid steer in here, so. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna mix it. I've done that before. I'm just mixing one batch, so I'm just gonna mix it right up on top. Oh no. I had a hose clamp stopping this from going up higher. Nope. Nope. I gotta get a bucket. There it is. There we go. All right, so we got that ready. I'm gonna give this form a final wipe down with the concrete form release. Kind of your last shot to find any chunks of anything, because once you pour the concrete in there, it's too late and you won't really know, or you won't know at all until you take the mold off. So like anything decorative concrete, it's all in the prep. I think I like that. I'll do a final check right before I dump it. This table wasn't totally level. I do have adjustment feet, but there's a slight bow in this just from the weight of this table. So I actually took my laser and I shined it across here, and I split my laser beam in half so I could see the dust on here, and I was able to shim everything to make this a perfectly flat surface. It doesn't really have to be perfectly flat. It just makes it a lot easier for grinding, so that you don't have a 1/4 inch high over here and then 0 down here, and then you're trying to guess. So this is my first time doing it this way, and I'm hoping it makes the final finishing process a little bit easier. It seems like enough space up here. I'm just a little bit worried about the leaking. I don't remember how bad this leaked. I don't want to dump this because I don't have any more of this bright white. So if it starts leaking, I'm in trouble. I'm gonna keep this bag close so that if it does start leaking, I'll just dump some in real quick to get it to harden up. This is the white concrete countertop mix from Concrete Countertop Solutions. I've gone through dozens of bags of these, and it's a really, really strong product. I think the finish is 11,000 PSI. So that's 3 times your average driveway, or a little under 3 times your average driveway. That's why you can pour it 1 inch thick and it doesn't crack. All right, the only way to do it is to do it. Let's try this. Just gonna dump a bit. Right there. I think that little bit of powder worked, probably settled right down in there. Still got a lot of color. I did a lot of concrete countertops already for their main reception desk, so I'm trying to keep this ratio the same so that they match. They're gonna be probably 20 feet away, but still want them really close. I'm just gonna put 1 bag in for now. Give this a little mix. Just making sure there's no chunks at all on the bottom. They won't really come out when you dump it, but you're just wasting mix. I probably should have done the math. I really hope this is enough concrete. This is 1 1/8 inch. That's what I ripped those pieces of melamine to, because I'm accounting for a little bit of grinding. So I want the finished thickness to be 1 inch. It's been a couple minutes. I think that's nice and mixed together. All right, I'm just gonna give it another coat because I kind of wiped everything off. It's a bit stiffer than normal, but that's what I wanted because this is so thin. I think we'll have just enough. It's gonna be real close. Wow, that was pretty much perfect. Got a little lucky. I thought I ordered way extra, but I forgot how wide this is. Just gonna work it into the corners, getting everything averaged out. This stuff is totally different than regular concrete, so if you're doing this for the first time, don't expect it to be just like a normal pour. Wow, I would literally say that's the exact amount. Chalk that one up to luck, for sure. All right, pretty good for the first one. I'm gonna get this stuff pushed in. Just wanna make sure it's not too close to any of the edges. Yeah, I've got a good feeling about this stuff. This stuff is unbelievably strong. This will add a lot of tensile strength to the countertop. Okay, I'm gonna put some gloves on and just work it in by hand so that I can get a little better feel on it than with the trowel. So I only have an inch to work with, so I can't push this too deep, otherwise it'll pop through the face, which would be super bad. And if any of this is showing on the bottom side, it doesn't matter because it's just gonna go on top of cabinets. All right, got it all good. I'm gonna cover it with plastic so that we don't have any slab curling. It just helps it keep the moisture in, which is what you want for curing concrete. You can't do this on regular concrete because we can't access the underside of concrete typically. Looks like we got some mouse holes. This should do here. Just like that. I'm just gonna take this and put it on top. There we go. All right, made a nice sandwich in there. That the heat coming up through the floor, because we have radiant heat, it really heats this table up. And then this sandwich should kind of make a little oven in there and should be pretty hot. I'm gonna go in and get some lunch. We'll see you guys tomorrow to strip this and flip it over. Alrighty guys, it's the next morning. Going to get this uncovered, see how it looks, and grind the underside while it's still like this and we have the forms in place. Because I can kind of use these melamine forms as like a guide for grinding so I don't go too deep and it can get it nice and level. I left the fan going overnight because the trailer's finally primed, so I got it up on jack stands so I could paint all underneath these fender wells. Still a little bit wet there. Yeah, there's a thick glob of paint down there. We're gonna let this cure the rest of the day today. And then I don't know why, but there's a lot of little dust nibs, like thousands of them. So I'm just gonna give it a super light sand. It's obviously not automotive, I don't really care. It is gonna be a high gloss, so you will see all of those little imperfections, which will drive me crazy. So I didn't show it because I've already done 2 trailer videos this winter, but I got all the wiring done. I completely redid the whole trailer wiring from here back. So I basically just cut the wiring harness off right where it splits, and then I redid everything with marine grade wire, which I think is a tin coated copper or something. It's supposed to be a lot better so it doesn't corrode. That's what I did when I rewired my boat a handful of years ago. And then I used heat shrink fittings for every single connection, and then I put this wire loom. Looks a little bit weird right here. I might kind of change this in the future a little bit, but I put the wire loom on going up into the tubes so that there's no erosion on the tubes, and then anywhere it's exposed, I did the wire loom like that. I didn't worry about the grounds, but I think that'll help a lot just with durability. Got these welded on, so I don't have a trailer box. I need to make one of those next year, but it's basically just a box with a battery in it, and you can test all your lights and stuff. But I did plug this into a truck and everything's working. I got these on Amazon. They're super duper nice. Much more heavy duty than the plastic ones. And I got a nice license plate light there. Other than that, this trailer's starting to take shape. Just need to let this primer dry and get a couple top coats on, and it will be ready to rock and roll for the summer. All right, back to the countertop. All these water beads, that is what you're looking for. That means that this visqueen did the purpose of trapping the moisture in there, and we didn't have a ton of moisture loss overnight. So very happy to see that. This underside obviously looks pretty, wow, this is really warm. That's good. You want humidity and you want heat. Those are kind of the keys for curing concrete. So we're a tiny bit low on our edge, and then we have all these wrinkles in here from the visqueen. So in this line, not really sure what that was about. It's probably a crease from the visqueen. So I'm gonna get the grinder and get this whole bottom ground nice and flat. I'm gonna use the big dog. This is a 7-inch. Gonna get the vacuum so that there's not a ton of dust going everywhere. It's cold this week. It's like 17 right now, but I checked on my hunting app. I can go out to 2.5 weeks, I think, more than the 10-day forecast, and we are looking like spring is coming. I see a lot of 50s and 60s, which would really help the frost laws, because can't really do much right now with the frost laws being on. I might try and pour a basement next week, but we'll just see if the homeowner wants to pay for the small load charge. It would normally be 2 trucks, but because of the frost laws, we have to split it up into 6 trucks. So they have a small load charge on all those little trucks. All right, let's make a mess. Could have guessed that one. Trip's pretty easy. A lot of amps being drawn. Well, it's plugged into there, so I know I didn't. Oh boy. Oh, that's a first. Oh boy. Oh, you idiot. Don't leave your grinder on with the trigger lock. That could have been a lot worse. That sucks. This got bent, so she's toast. Yep, I can see it. It's not grinding evenly. I think I have a couple more, but yeah, just that tiny little bend is enough to totally screw it up. Beautiful. Alrighty, just got that all cleaned up. This edge looks really good. You can see there's virtually zero honeycombing. Really happy with that. Just need to get my rub stone, touch up this underside a little bit. I was gonna wait for my dad later to flip this, but I think I'm too excited. I think I just heard it. Hey, you can see that. There we go. It's actually benefiting me that my table is so bowed. All right, I do need to get some chunks of wood or foam. Oh, perfect. Here's a piece. Got a lot to do this spring. Gonna really change back here and get it all cleaned up and organized. Right now it's working, but doesn't look very good. So got a lot of plans, got a lot of deadfall we need to rip out. Hey boys, what are you doing out here, huh? Good boy, it's a good guard dog. Yeah, so this will all change. Probably need to make a little bit of money first, maybe June-ish. We'll get back there looking right. I don't even know what this is from. This is like dinky. This must be from a package of something, because this is definitely not concrete foam. All right, so this will be a little tricky by myself, but I don't think it's going to be very heavy, so don't have to worry about that. Okay. Yay. Wow. That is beautiful. I mean, I don't see a single imperfection. It looks just like quartz. Awesome. Just like that. Check that out. That is awesome. I don't know if you guys can see. There we go. You can see how shiny that is. It's not wet. It's just that smooth. I still need to take some 400 or 600, give it a light sand so that the sealer bonds to it. But the purpose of the foam is just so that it's not rigid and there's some flexibility when you set it down. But you basically want this getting air on all sides equally. So I made a few mistakes before of just spraying water on the top and covering it with plastic. The problem with that is the top and the bottom cure differently, and this thing has curling really bad and it'll do that. So keeping it like this should be the answer. Alrighty, this looks super good. I'm gonna get this area cleaned up and we'll see you guys in a couple days for the next step. Hey guys, welcome back. Back out in the shop. Got a lot of odds and ends today. Going to get this trailer painted. Gonna do some work on the skid steer. And if we have time, we might start on a different concrete countertop. I've been spraying degreaser on the skid steer, trying to get a lot of the grease off there. I'm just gonna add a little bit more to my spray bottle so I can keep on putting more layers. There's a fair amount caked on there from the season. And I think I'm gonna change my plans. I had originally planned on repainting this winter, but a couple of reasons I don't think I'm going to. Whoa, I'd say she's full. 2 reasons. One, I was gonna paint the machine black, like a high gloss black. If you guys have ever seen Ken White's videos, Taylor painted all their equipment black, and I just think it looks really, really sharp. You just really have to keep it clean, but I think I could handle that. I don't have too much equipment, but there's a lot that goes into it to do it right. If you're gonna do a high gloss, you gotta make sure that everything's perfectly sanded up, otherwise you'll really see the imperfections. I think to have it painted by a company is close to $20,000 because it's so much work taking off all the hoses, and it's not just a quick little spray paint job. So I don't have time or really the desire to do that this winter. My next thought was to just repaint it factory. I might do that in the future, but I don't know how long I'm gonna have this machine. It's still a ton of work, not quite as much as changing it to a different color, but I think I settled on doing a little bit of touch-up paint and get an automotive paint restorer to get this sun fade out. Kubota's fade worse than any other machine because they're orange, which is like close to red, and red has this problem the worst. But you can see, like, even if you rub it, it kind of changes colors like that. So I think if I get like a paint restore paste, if you will, and buff it on here, I think it'll shine the machine up even 50% of the way better. Would make me happy. Just so this thing looks a little nicer on the job sites. And then I'm definitely going to get all new decals. So another reason is I'm not positive I'm happy with this machine. It serves its purpose, does an okay job, but it's really lacking in power and dump height. I have to make sure they send a small dump truck every time so that I can get up in. It'd be nice to have a machine with like a actual high hinge point so that I can dump into the semis. All right, so I got that degreasing. I got this countertop still looking really good. I don't see any sort of warping. I think this foam method is gonna work really good. We're definitely gonna need to mask it though so I don't get any paint on it because it's black paint, so you would easily see it on that white. I think I'm gonna head to Menards, get some spray cans, and get this project wrapped up. I'm tired of looking at it. I spent all morning making some short little videos to post on social media for hiring, because I think I mentioned in a previous video, looking for some hardworking guys to join the crew. Realistically, if I said yes to everybody, I probably would have enough work for 10 guys, but I really don't want to get that big. That's not, it's not really my goal, at least for right now. So I'm looking for 2 to 3 guys that are hard workers, ready to grind. If you guys are watching this and you're serious, message me on Instagram or send me an email. You don't necessarily have to have experience, but you do have to be strong and ready to work hard. I compensate very generously, and there's a lot of perks of working at Rathburn Contracting, but don't waste either of our times expecting just to sit on a shovel all day. Alrighty, just got some paint. It actually was on sale, it was $1 off a can, which is sweet. And then I got this paint stripper. I'm gonna use this on the compactor. I'm going to refinish or repaint my backup compactor so that I have 2 this summer. Just gonna head and get a car wash. This thing's a little dirty. Try to keep this one a little nicer, and it's the only truck that'll fit in the car wash. Today's a pretty free day. The rest of the week is packed with estimates. And on Thursday, gonna head to Cougar Sales in Novi. They have an event, kind of like Decocrete's event. A little bit smaller, but I deal with them a lot because they're close. So stamp rentals, equipment rentals, stuff like that. I like to keep a good relationship with those guys, so I'm gonna head to that event. Somebody told me, I don't know if it's true, I think this owner is like my age, and he's got, I don't know, 4 or 5 locations. That dude is making the money. They just make it so fast and convenient. It's like $10 a month or something, and then you get unlimited washes. So you just drive right through, and it makes it very easy to just stop and keep on going. This car wash though is what ruined Harley, our bigger dog, on driving in the rain. I don't know what about the car wash freaked him out, if it was the noises or what, but we accidentally brought him through this car wash one time. I just totally forgot he was back there because he used to be great in the car, and he started losing his mind. And now he can't even ride if it's raining out. I get it, this probably would be pretty scary for a dog. It's like getting attacked by an octopus at a rave concert. They really go crazy on the colors here. Alright, that's a little better. Truck's looking clean. Time to head back down the dirt road. Hopefully it doesn't get too dirty. And we'll get this trailer painted. I'm pretty pumped to see it black and not rusted anymore. It only made it 1 year, but I knew it would because it was just a cheap Tractor Supply carry-on trailer. But now after welding it with all the steel and rewiring it, it's probably nicer than any trailer you could buy in this size and weight rating. But I kind of had this planned all along. I knew that buying the cheaper trailer, which was like half the price of the nicer ones, it would last a summer, and then I'd have time this winter to totally rebuild it. So a lot of work, but in the wintertime when you're not working, your time isn't that valuable like it is in the summer. So I don't really mind spending a couple weeks, couple days. I'd probably have 1 full week into it. All right, back at the shop. The stuff says it works in 2 minutes. I don't see how that's possible. Yeah, 2 to 5 minutes. And this really works. That's crazy. I really want a sandblaster, but that's a really big investment to get a legitimate one. So that's probably a 5-10 year goal. But it'd be so nice not having to grind and oh, that is what I forgot. Man, I was gonna get a wire wheel. I have this one, but these stupid safety things really get in the way of getting close to something, and I need a wire wheel this shape so I can get in the crevices and stuff. This thing works very well for getting paint off. It just strips it basically right down to the metal. But the other day I was crouched down, being dumb, using my knee to pinch the compactor handles. I was grinding like this and I went right into my knee. So ruined a pair of True Works and went very deep into my knee. That's really bugging me, but thankfully it's not where I kneel, so it'll be healed up before spring. I got the boys out with me. Little boys shop day. I'm gonna get some sandpaper and get off these dust nibs. I'll just use this 220. Yeah, all sorts of like every square millimeter is a little tiny dust piece. I don't know why. I used a clean brush and clean paint. I don't really get it, but they should sand off really easy. So just gonna give this a light sand and then we'll spray the first coat. Oh yeah, that's all it takes is right there. All right, there we go. Now I'm just gonna go around and mask off little things that I don't want getting paint on just because I'm spraying. I wasn't really planning on spraying originally, but now I am. So I don't want all these lights and stuff getting covered in paint. If this was a vehicle or something, I would just take all these lights out, but I'm kind of realizing I'm spending a lot of time on this trailer. And I'm gonna give it 2 jobs before we drop a piece of plywood on the fender or something gets broken. Oh, a bit much. Really don't know why I'm putting so much time and money into this trailer. I just like to do things right. And this is kind of Luke's trailer, so I want it to be very reliable and good for him. All right, I made this thing a while ago. I don't even know where I saw it, probably Instagram or TikTok or something, but basically just took an old blade, welded a rod to it, and a zip tie and a hose clamp. And all right, that's good enough. I'm gonna do the first coat and then let the dogs out of here. I don't want them breathing the fumes either. All right, that was fumey. Gonna take a break out here and just do some work in the shop yard. Let those fumes drop down and turn the fan on, so hopefully that'll help. I'm actually gonna go in and open a window too, because it's not that cold out, but it turned out really nice. It's obviously not perfect. Holy cow, yeah. That should help a little bit. I got a lot of junk and unorganized stuff back here, so I think I'm just gonna take some time and do a little bit of cleanup. I really need to rebuild this winter. Oh man, that is worse than I remember. This is gonna be a serious project. I think I'm gonna wait for a nicer day to tear into that. Chelsea just texted me, can you find new homes for everything to the right of the propane tank, everything between the tank and the house? Okay, Hank, we got some stuff to do. I've never liked this spot for stuff anyway. This is always where stuff gets hit in the dark mornings pulling out. Find some gloves and we'll get this whole area cleaned up for the accountant. I've been looking for these for weeks. These are my work sunglasses. Hello. What? What's the point of that? I was gonna start clearing that up and I saw you. Careful, it's still very fumey.
Yeah, I could smell it when I walked out of the garage.
Really? That's because I got that window open.
It's like a brand new trailer.
I know. That was a goal. Don't look too close. I was gonna keep it in here and start detailing it, but I still got time yet. I'd rather get out here cleaned up today because it's pretty nice. Next couple days are going to be warm, but very rainy, so. Here you go. Oh, you got it? Holy moly. Arnold Schwarzenegger over here. Oh, I hate drain tile so much. Not that long. 14.72 minutes. I have no idea. Yep, dry to the touch. It's been an hour and a half, which is more than needed. I hate wearing a mask, but got that second coat sprayed, so I'm gonna keep on cleaning up a little bit and around the yard, and probably gonna call 2 coats good. That was a pretty thick second coat. Let's see if the accountant's still out here. Hey, there you are. Yeah.
It looks like there's something in the garage door. It's like something has gotten in the garage door. Doesn't it look like it's coming out? Those like weird little bug things.
Oh. Wow, that is a huge gap though. Here, let me open the door. You can take the skid steer and lift me up. I want to check that out. Wonder if it's the wind. Oh yeah, it's got a pretty crazy bow to it. Probably gonna need to add some supports to all of these after seeing how crazy that's bowed. Oh yeah, that's gotta be 2 inches bowed in. That's a very expensive, nice door for that to be happening. Alrighty, uppity duppity. Up.
What?
Up. Huh. It's totally bowed. Wonder if it's from this. I can fit. You guys can probably see that. It's, I guess not 2, it's about an inch and a quarter. I don't want so much pressure on this door. It's coming right from the west and the wind blows right into this, so not too surprised. Backing down.
What was it?
I don't know why it's separated, but it's, I think, from the wind. I need to buy one of these, a bigger support, and put one probably on every panel. All right, get out of here. I don't want you spending time in this fumes.
Wash the hounds.
Yep, I'm gonna give the boys a bath. All right, Hank, you're up first. Oh, you got so many burrs, buddy. All right, now don't shake on me. Nope. That was a close one. We gotta get the excavator grease off you. And these burrs, well, these burrs are not gonna come out now. We'll have to wait till he dries and comb them out or cut them out. He looks exploring, but man, does he have a knack for finding the messiest stuff. No! Oh, buddy. Turn around. Oh. Kind of figured that was going to happen. There you go. Harley. Good boy. Your turn. Come on. Don't worry, buddy. We're just getting your undercarriage. Boys want some bones? Oh boy. Frank. Boys made quite the mess of my bathroom. This is a very common thing in the spring and in the late fall. There was one point where I was giving them a bath every single day because they're just so dirty. Can't let them in the house. All right, listen up, boys. We're gonna walk real slow back to the house. No sprinting and kicking up more mud. I'm gonna bring some treats so I can slow you down. Looking pretty good. Harley. Come here, boys. Sorry, I'm not trying to tease you, but you're gonna run right into the mud. All right, sit. Go, boys. Thank you. All right, guys, that's a wrap for today. We'll see you in the morning. We're gonna get that trailer finished up. Alrighty, good morning, guys. Welcome back. It's been actually 2 days letting the paint dry. Turned out pretty good. It's not perfect, but it's also a work trailer. This is gonna get trashed in 2 weeks, so I'm not too worried. There's quite a few paint defects, but this isn't a show car. Definitely not getting hired in NASCAR anytime soon. All right, I'm gonna let that soak in for a bit. It's starting to work in 2 minutes, but it doesn't take the paint off in 2 minutes. So I'm gonna tinker around, and then we'll come back to that in a little bit after it's stripped. All right, I've been sick of these stickers for a while now. They're just peeling off. It's just part of old stickers. So I'm gonna take the heat gun and a razor blade and get these scraped off. Then when we buff out the paint, I can put new stickers back on there. All right, got all those stickers off, got the goo gone so all the residue is off. I was gonna go out and power wash this, get ready for the new stickers, but it started raining again, so I'm gonna jump back to my concrete countertop because this stripper is not working at all. I mean, you can see it is kind of, but a majority of this isn't, so I'm gonna let it go the rest of the day. I'll power wash it tomorrow or just rinse it off probably, and then we can sand and paint it then. All right, so I've let this cure a couple days, get a little bit of the moisture out. I'm going to wet sand it with 400 grit and just knock down, I mean, the top's quite literally flawless, but it's actually a little too smooth because we want some tooth for the sealer to grip to. And then we're going to round off some of these edges slightly. Alrighty, got that sanded. I think I'm gonna call it a wrap for today. Really happy with that. I'm gonna go ahead and install this and the cabinets on Friday. Tomorrow is the Cougar Sales decorative concrete event, so I'm gonna be heading over there for that. We'll see you guys on Friday to get this project wrapped up. Hey guys, welcome back. We are going to install the concrete countertop. They didn't really want to pay for custom. Whoa. Quiet. They didn't want to pay for custom cabinets, which I don't blame them at all. This is just a little coffee bar. The heck was that? What was that? My truck just slammed on the brakes. Wonder if I have to shut some sensor off. Rathburn Contracting, this is Austin. Reverse brake assist. I don't want that. What is going on? I have a trailer, obviously. Scaring the crap out of me. What is going on? How do I shut all of this off? I'm not going to jackknife the trailer. Maybe putting it in trailer mode. It was slamming on the brakes. Wouldn't let me back up. There we go. Hold it here so you can kind of pull it. We're gonna try to keep the foam on, but pull it to the edge. You all right? Yeah. Okay. Oh man, I think I took a little bit too much of that.
Yeah, for real.
Did you have 10 pounds even?
Yeah, but
Oh,
had a lot more.
that is heavy. Let me get some foam. Yeah, that's not going anywhere. Alrighty, got the tools we need. Just gonna drive slowly, carefully there so the countertop hopefully doesn't fall. Alright, seeing that trailer bouncing, I'm way too nervous. I'm gonna have you drive me. Just take it easy on these potholes. Alright, I'm about 50% sure your trailer lights work, so if you see a cop, just dump it.
Dump it.
Just floor it.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah. I'm gonna ride back in the trailer. This concrete countertop is way too valuable to let shatter, and the roads are terrible right now. Please let me out eventually.
No.
All right, so I'm just gonna ride back here and hold this. Done this a couple times, it's a little sketchy, but so is shattering a countertop and having to wait weeks to replace it. It's only a couple miles. We'll make it there. This might be a little sketchy. Oh my God. She's going slow too. That's just how bad these roads are. Oh my gosh. Thank you. Now it's all pavement from here. All right, this is the desk that we built a couple months ago. This coffee table is gonna go right here. I don't think these things have door stops. All right, I don't notice anything serious. You're not tall enough? Oh, there you go. All right, we gotta set it down quick. You ready? All right, reach out further than the edge. Okay, good. All right, I'm gonna run to Menards, get that fridge and a few other supplies, and then come back. While I'm gone, Chelsea's gonna build the drawers and put the cabinets together. Oh, not snow. How's it going, cabinet lady? Not good? Well, oh, you been drinking?
I wish.
I don't get why you hate cabinets. These easy DIY cabinets so much.
I will say these wood drawers are way easier than the stupid gray ones.
Good. That's pretty slick.
But putting the slides in the cabinet will be the death of me.
Well, you only have one more to go.
Did you put it in the back of your truck?
I wasn't thinking. All right, got those feet on, so now that won't scratch the floor if they move this in the future. All right, so we got these in place, looking great so far. Got the measurements for these end panels, and I'm going to put a reinforcement strip here just to keep the fridge settled in place. That way when you're opening it, it's not moving around because it's kind of slippery on this flooring. So we're gonna head back to the shop and drop off the trailer, get those few things cut, and then we'll get back and we can actually install it and move the countertop in place so we can get it sealed. All right, so we just got back from the shop, got these end panels cut and screwed on, got the toe kicks in place, and I screwed this thing down, put some downward pressure, and pinched the fridge in here so it can't really go anywhere, but we're still able to pull it out. All right, you ready?
I'm stuck.
That was, what do you call that move? The angry crab?
The penguin shuffle.
The penguin shuffle. That looks awesome. There you go. Just need to adjust those doors so they're lining up a little nicer. All right, gonna get the sealer mixed up, the first coat. That's what I've used on all of those, and it's a nice satin, I would say. It's not a high gloss, it's just kind of a decent shine, but really good durability. Alrighty, look at that. That looks so good, especially once they get a Keurig on there and all the little decorations. I think they're gonna be real happy with that. So what time is it now? 5:49. I'm gonna set an alarm for 4 hours. We'll come back and put one more coat of sealer on there. Alrighty guys, I'm gonna call that a wrap for this video. It's not gonna look any different when we come back. You can maybe see, if you look in the right light, it's a slight sheen to it. Overall though, it's pretty flat. And I think they're gonna be really happy. I'm gonna swing by tomorrow morning and throw some simple black handles on there so they kind of blend in. And then they'll be good to fill up the fridge with probably a bunch of waters and stuff. This is a chiropractor office, so I don't think the beer fridge is gonna have any beer in it. Pretty happy with how it turned out. It matches the desks really nicely. It's all exactly the same countertop, same thickness and everything. So nice winter project, but I'm ready to get back to actually pouring some concrete. So we'll see you guys next week. We got a basement pour. We'll see you then.